Dear friends, I already instructed you to how to write the paper, review paper in the international journal. Some of the mistakes you usually do it, and some of the corrections we have to make it, and then we have to submit it to the journals, and the journal papers must be at Q1, Q2, Q3. But you have to search the journals first, that is whether the paper is to be submitted for the Q1 journal or Q2 or Q3 journals. But nowadays we have got a very less time, and then less days are there to submit the paper. So you can submit the paper to the Q3 journal or Q4 journal also. But before submitting the paper, how to write the paper, that is very important. So there are various formats which are available on the websites. So you keep it track all the websites, especially the IEEE format, ACM format. Then you have to collect the all these format, and then select one of the formats, and then stick to that formats. Read it carefully, the IEEE format or ACM format. Go through the IEEE formats. So the headings must be 14 font or Arial font, and then again the name of the authors. It should not be having a doctor or professors like this, and then there must be a name of the college, then email address, and then abstract must be started with the definitions, and it has to come to the some of the background sentences. 10 sentences at least must be there in your abstracts, and it has to start with the simple sentence of the introductions, and then what is the history of the your topic of the domain, and then what is the all the things which have been happening in this world regarding your journal paper also, and your topic also, your domain also, and what is the how to describe this also, 2 3 lines, what is history and what is the background behind it, and then what are the results has been happened till date, and for which reasons you have been motivated for that topic and then domain, and then last sentences will be of the abstract will be the your conclusions, that is one sentence of the conclusion. So abstract must be 10 lines, not more than that, 200 words. Then keywords, which are the very important words for the your paper. In the introduction you have to mention the how the research has been started, from which area it has been started, from which place it has been started, who has started the research, and you have to go through the every parameters and every functions and then algorithms and the procedures, all these things you have to write it down in the introduction area, and where you have to mention the simple conclusions of the every papers or some of the papers which has been given by the other authors also. And at least you have to take 15 or 20 papers for making the introduction of the your survey paper. So we are going for the survey papers, and you should have to make the comparisons of the all these survey papers with the name of the authors, and then topic, then domain, and the algorithms, their parameters, their values, how they are reach one, and then how they have got the comparatively more precise and recall, and all these things you have to consider when you are writing the paper. Then you have to mention the terminologies and also the abbreviations which are being used in the every paper, and these abbreviations you have to make the table for that, and then long form and short forms for that, and also the you have to start with the definitions of the your main topic, and then you can go for the your types of the your domain area, and then you can say about the particular methods which you are going to adapt in your proposed method also, even if you are writing the review paper. And you have to mention the some of the figures also which has been mentioned in the other papers, and you have to make the comparative study of that paper and comparative conclusions of the results also, and mention the some of the formulas and formulae which has been used by the other papers and other authors, and these formulas should be mathematical programmings and then simulations or any algorithms or any programming which has been mentioned. Then also the whenever you go for the literature survey, so remember that you have to mention the citations along with the name of the author if it is possible. Some of the research papers may have got the name of the author or may not have got the name of the author. So IEEE may not have said it in other format. You should have to mention the author name. But in literature survey, you have to mention the what is the contribution of that author, what are the results have been given in that area, especially in the area. And suppose I have taken the one of the example of personal scheduling. Then what is meaning of the personal scheduling and how it exhibits the personal scheduling? What is the relation of personal scheduling has been made, and then which are the algorithms has been used by that author to do the personal scheduling, which are the methods have been used, just like a tab search, a stability annealing, and then Bayesian optimization algorithms. All these algorithms you have to make the comparisons of that algorithms, whether he has made the comparisons of the algorithm, what is the results he has mentioned it, and with the parameters also. So how does you have to make the graph of the every papers, every results which has been given by the all the authors in the literature survey. And also in the literature survey you have to mention the figures which has been given by the every papers or every author which has been given, especially the heart of the paper you have to mention. The heart of the paper may be your graph, maybe your maybe your figures also, that you can mention with the references. But the main thing here it is that you have to mention also the algorithms. Also you have to mention the algorithms, which algorithms has been used in the paper, what are the steps have been adapted, and suppose you want or you desire or you like it that the some of the methods are being really important methods, then you have to draw that methods, you have to mention the method procedures also. And for example, if you take the tab search algorithm, so then you have to go through the tab search algorithm, and then you have to mention the formulas for the tab search algorithms, and then initial solutions for that, and then what is the neighborhood generation. In this way you have to write it down, the steps of the algorithms and everything which has been mentioned. It's an overview of that algorithm. And I already said it about the tab list, and then the size exceeds and the maximum number of solutions which are required. And what I want to tell it to you, that you have to briefly introduce yourselves about the use of that algorithm in the paper, the applications of that algorithm in the paper, and then you have to mention. Now the most important thing in the review, that the topic is been given, the domain is being given. Suppose I got a machine learning algorithms to be used for my medical purpose. So medical is your domain of the research, not the algorithms. Though you are applying the algorithms to the medical problems. Are you understand? So which are the methods have been used for the various medical purposes, the algorithms, and you have to do the research on all the algorithms being used in the medical fields. So if you take the medical field, especially the problem diseases regarding the heart, if you take, then you have to consider all the algorithms and all the methods, all the procedures, all the parameters regarding the heart diseases, the methods which has been used. I am not talking about the biological methods, I am talking about the bioinformatics methods, or the bio-inspired methods of the algorithms which has been used if you take the example I said it earlier, that is the machine learning for the medical purposes. So if you are doing the research in the especially in the medical for the heart disease, then you have to go through the all the heart diseases thoroughly. You have to read the book of heart diseases. So your research area will be the heart diseases, not the algorithms. So remember this, and you have to mention all the heart diseases and then comparative chart of it, and then which are the algorithms will be suited for the particular. Then you can go for the table also, and then mention that these are the algorithms who are best for these parameters. These algorithms are best for these parameters, and then you have to comparatively make the chart of it, and then you can end up with your paper as for the acknowledgement who has given the encouragement to you. And then you have to mention the references. See now, all the papers should be in the IEEE format or ACM format, the format which has been given by that particular journal. Remember that the grammatical mistakes must not be there. Not a single mistake should not be there. Especially you should not write doctor or professors on the upper side of your title. So, and you have to write, you can write it the assistant professor or professor or assistant professor in the acknowledgement, but you should not write it this on the title of your paper. Second thing, references should be included in the paper. Whatever the material has been taken from the paper, so these materials you have to write it in your own words, and then you have to put it in the bracket or the citations as a references. The references may be not more than the 30, so not less than the 10 also. So 10 to 15, at least I think that 10 to 15 papers you have to read it, go through that, and go through the problem definitions of everyone, and also make the comparison of that problem definitions. So comparative study must be important in the review paper. So this is what I want to tell it to you in the review papers. And the last, you can mention the biography of your authors. If you are a student, then you have to mention yourself first, and if the guide is there, you have to mention the second name of the guide. If you want to insert the HP name, you can mention the HP name to the last one. And the biography has to be very clear with the photos, and then you have to mention your degree, from where you have taken the degree, the year, and all the degrees, and then all the achievements which you have got it, and all the simple brief biography. If you mention, that will be better for you. Thank you very much. Myself, Dr. Dinesh Bhagwan.Hanchate. I am working as a professor in DGOI in the Takala group of institutions in computer engineering as a professor, and I was actually associate professor in Vidya Pratishthan Engineering College for 18 to 20 years, and then was also the lecturer in SSUPS College of Dhule. And 1995 I already done my degree in computer engineering in Walchand Sangli, and then MTech from the Batu in 2004, and PhD from AGGS Nanded, and completed in 2016 in computer engineering. All these degrees are from computer engineering. Thank you very much. And if you have any inquiry, and if you have got any query, then you can call to me. The number 9922254371, or dineshbhanchate@gmail.com, and you can search me on the Google also by putting my name as Dinesh Bhagwan.Hanchate. You will get my the contact numbers also. And if you got any query, any questions, you can contact, no problem. Thank you very much for listening, and I think this video will be fine for you to how to write the review paper for especially for the third year or B students or the last year students. Thank you very much.